So, Bruno and I came to Paris. It was the first time I'd been back since, well, since the last time. I was on the trail of Cesaro and the dragon power. We waited till it got dark. Then Bruno led me through the back streets to the place he suspected. I waited while he checked the readings on his mysterious device.
My calculations indicate that this is the place.
Behind that wall? Are you sure?
My machine tells me it is there and I have no reason to doubt it.
Okay. Well, let's get inside and take a look.
No, I am not going in there. I said I would bring you here, and that is what I have done. I am not going in there.
Bruno, you're just being paranoid.
No, it is only paranoia when they are not out to get you.
Okay, Bruno, you stay here. Bruno, are you sure this is the place?
Yes, here is the place the machine is indicating.
Well, if the machine said it was so, I wasn't going to argue. How's everything, Bruno?
Oh, everything is tickety-boo, apart from the fact I have a crazy man trying to kill me.
Are you sure you don't want to come with me?
I think I will be better out here, thank you.
How reliable is that machine? I mean, how many of these Earth power sites have you found with it?
You understand nothing.
It's not about understanding. It's about believing. Hey, that machine sure is a piece of work. Homes in on ancient dust, huh?
You are quite a witty man, I think, Mr. Stobbard.
You know, I like to keep things cheery.
I find it very tiresome. Please desist.
Sure. By the way, this place doesn't look right to me.
But the readings are very strong. Maybe you missed something.
Bruno was really jittery. But I guess he had a right to be. And these little streets were enough to make anyone nervous. The door to the repository was old and heavy. They sure didn't want anyone taking their books. The place was quiet. I guess no one was home. The door was locked tight. I'd have to find another way in. It was a large recycling dumpster. I wondered what sort of things the French recycled. The lid had been propped open. I couldn't close the lid from the ground. window was latched inside. One of the panes was smashed, leaving a gaping hole. Suddenly, I was very scared of what lay ahead. Aha! The window opened easily. I found myself in a book repository. It was a light switch. Nothing happened. It was a sturdy metal door. There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back. It was a sturdy metal door. I couldn't hear anything. It was a light switch. There was a box in the way of the switch. The room was just a storeroom. Just some filing cabinet drawers. The labels on the drawers were old and unreadable. The drawers weren't going to budge. It was a sturdy metal door. I couldn't hear anything. The door looked silence. That was either a sign, or there was just no one behind the door. That door wasn't going to open. Books on conspiracy theory. On the shelf below, the label read, Conspiracy Practice. A small metal filing cabinet. The labels on the drawers indicated that they were for storing the bills and paperwork. The drawers wouldn't open. They were securely locked. Books on sex. Nobody ever accused George Stobbard of being scared to learn new tricks. The Kama Sutra. Of course, people had more joints in those days. Sex, a one-man mission. Well, only if you can't find a woman. Problems in the sack. Ah, I see. That should be in the vegetable section. Books on sex. This was a strange section. Secret doors and tunnels, construction and maintenance. There was a little plaque on the top of the shelf. These books kindly donated by the governor of Alcatraz. Just some filing cabinet drawers. The labels on the drawers were old and unreadable. The filing cabinet was locked and I didn't have the key. Books on the occult and the paranormal. Sacrifice made easy. 101 ways to kill a goat. The perfect Christmas gift. Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. I made a mental note to stay away from bookshops for the rest of my life. Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Imagine keeping a yeti as a pet. Think of the hairballs. Yuck. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Deep scratches had scarred the floor. A trap door was set flush into the floor. A ladder led down into a well-lit passage. It looked like Bruno could be right. kind of ancient boiler. It was like something from a horror movie. I half expected to hear screams coming from inside. There was nothing special about this door. Silence. That was either a sign, or there was just no one behind the door. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked. Hey, they got a show. It was some kind of a rehearsal. As a one-time director of the Idaho Players, I was no stranger to the thespian arts.
Where is it? We must have the location.
I tell you, I don't know.
Ah!
Let me do this properly. I know I can break her.
As you wish, Petra.
I'm not scared of you, you bunch of thugs.
Bravo! Ooh!
Senior Cicero, sir. Sorry to bother you.
Yes, what is it now?
We got a little problem downstairs.
Do be precise, Flap. What kind of a problem?
An intruder problem. A guy's getting killed problem.
Ah, just as I was getting comfortable.
Cesaro! This was no rehearsal. And the girl giving the Oscar performance was my old friend Nico.
This is very tiresome. You will stay here, McCullough. Don't try anything.
Some hope. What do you think I'm going to do? Ask the audience for help?
Flap, you watch her like a hawk.
Like a hawk, Senior Cicero.
The name is Cesaro. Senor Cesaro. Do try and make an effort, Flap, or I shall have to kill you too.
Huh? What's that? Who's up there?
I realized the thug would spot me if I hung around.
Hey, you! You're dead meat!
Whoa! The gangways were dangerous. They'd fallen away in places. It was a long way down. The rope held up the lighting rig. The lighting rig lowered part of the way, but then jammed fast. Hanging from the rigging was an old sandbag. It must have been used as a counterweight. I hoped this would get his attention.
Hey! I could see you up there!
I knew this would get his attention. Gotcha now. Well, well, well. Nicole Collard, tied to a chair, needing to be rescued. Again.
George! Don't just stand there. Untie me.
You know, this is becoming a habit. Maybe you should seek help. Okay, okay.
Come on. Hurry.
Jeez, these knots are tight. Aha! Got it. Seriously, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And it is good to see you. Your timing's perfect.
It always was.
So, how's Idaho, George?
Same as ever. It's a great vacation state. You ought to visit sometime.
Got any friends who'd put me up?
I could put a word in for you.
You're a real sport. Why the sudden interest in theater?
I'm on the trail of a guy who killed one of my clients. A man called Cesaro.
That's the maniac who captured me.
I know. I was watching from the stalls. Thought you were pretty good, by the way.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to the next scene, though.
Yeah. Those guys, they got their own special twist on the word corpse.
So tell me about Cesaro.
Cesaro connects back to the Neo-Templars.
Surprise, surprise. That explains idiot guy over there.
So why are you here?
The blonde. She killed the guy I was due to interview. Tracking her down brought me here.
We're working on the same case. Now that's amazing.
Only if you believe in coincidence. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Come on, George. We can't sit around here all day.
Seeing Nico again was a strange experience. She was more beautiful than I remembered. Not that I would have dared tell her so. Nico,
Yes, George?
I wonder if you could help me out.
It depends on what you want.
So why did the blonde kill the guy you were interviewing?
He was trying to contact me. Said he had information about all this weird meteorological stuff going on. Said the world was going to end.
So, Nico, you still a reporter?
Not according to my editor.
Well, what happened? You get fired?
No, I quit first.
It was one heck of a shot, but I guess the cleaners wouldn't be too pleased. Nice to see someone else with a headache for a change. I knew the guy all right. He used to work for the Grand Master. Flap, they called him. Last time I'd seen him, he was falling from an express train in Scotland. Just too butt-ugly to die, I guess. Flap believed in traveling light, just his IQ and his gun. Me, I just put faith in the old IQ. It was an old stage light burning brightly. Ah! Damn, that's hot! What an incredibly dumbass thing to do. A beautifully painted cloth backdrop. It was a perfect market scene. Fruit stalls and bric-a-brac stalls. A huge pile of counterweights for the trap door. If I hadn't given up going to the gym, I would have been able to lift them all. I wondered what the button was for. A dark but very colorful alley scene. Scenic artist. Now that was a nice career. Why hadn't I thought of that? I'd found a box of theatrical grease paints. The sight transported me back to another day in Paris, a peaceful cafe, and a clown. And boy, did I hate clowns. I stuck my hand into the box and grabbed a stick. Bestheimer's number 7, white. What a lucky guess. It was an old wooden door. There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back. It was just a wig mannequin. The drawers in the dresser were empty. They looked as if they'd been emptied years ago. Tucked under the counter was a safe. There was no dust on it. It was still in use. The rotting floor had begun to buckle under the weight. Damn! The safe was locked. But on reflection, that was hardly a surprise. Some kind of play script, in French. This wasn't the time to stop and read. The drawers in the dresser were empty. The old wooden door matched the building. No sounds came from behind the door.
Ah! Stay away from me! I mean it!
What the hell's up with this guy?
Don't come in here! Stay away! Ah!
Somebody has put the fear of God into him.
Somebody or something. And you know what? He's safe in there. And the thing is out here. The crazed guard had barricaded himself behind the door. I could hear muttering through the door. Someone was in there, pacing the room and talking to himself. I wondered if I should investigate. Then again, maybe not. The wooden door looked old. It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous. It looked like a couple of the fuses had blown. There was only one fuse remaining. The support strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling. It was holding up the floor of the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. The strut wouldn't budge. The friction from the floor was too great.
Oh my God, George! Look at this!
Is that really necessary?
His chest has been just burned away.
I've seen dead bodies before, but this guy's a real award winner.
Ugh.
Ooh, looks like he had chicken for lunch.
Whatever could have caused this, George?
You've never eaten in an English restaurant?
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, not a pathologist. The body had been badly mutilated. Ugh. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. As I searched his pockets, I could swear he was watching me. But someone else had beaten me to it. All I found was an empty card holder. These doors weren't part of the original building. They were obviously intended to keep people out. I could just hear voices. I could see no way to open the door. It looked like a card reader, but without buttons or a keypad. I wondered why it had been installed. With a hair grip and some foil from a chewing gum wrapper, I could have knocked together a rudimentary device to fuse the lock. Or I could find the card that opened the door. Damn, that's hot! What a jerk. It was so obvious that was gonna happen. No way I could melt the paint in my hands. I needed something to melt it in. It looked like a disposable cup. It had been crushed. The stage light was hot enough to melt the paint. As the grease paint melted, the smell of burning fat stung my nose. But at least it worked. The strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling. It was supporting the floor of the room above. Pulling on it hadn't moved it at all. If my trusty sense of direction was right, then this strut was supporting the safe on the floor above. I hoped the melted grease paint would work as a lubricant. Even with the added grease, I still couldn't shift it on my own. Hey, Nico, can you give me a hand here for a second?
Of course, George. What do you want me to do?
Help me pull this strut away from the ceiling.
That's pretty dangerous, George.
Just trust me, okay?
Very well. Oh, God!
That's one way to crack a safe.
You didn't say you were trying to crack my skull, too.
Just the usual slight miscalculation. You know me, Nico.
You wouldn't be you without it.
Nico seemed to be upset that I'd nearly killed her. Ah, but heck, look on the bright side. The safe had sprung open when it hit the floor. The safe had opened on impact with the floor. There were two things inside, a key card and some kind of amazing artifact. It had been hewn from stone. Strange crystals were embedded within it. My God! Nico, look at this!
What is it?
Whatever it is, Cesaro must think it's important. It was a swipe card for a security lock. The oddly shaped artifact was encrusted with blue crystals. Nico?
Yes, George?
So what do you think this thing is?
I have no idea.
Telephone to the spirit world? Want to speak to Elvis?
Tell him I'll call him later.
This thing tingles. It feels great.
Maybe it's an ancient massage machine.
It was an electronic card reader. It was an electronic card reader. Without the right card, the door wasn't going to open. Hey, Nico, an elevator.
We've a choice of down or down.
You know, I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Well, that's settled then. Shall we go? Pressing the button would take us back up to the theater. Look at this, Nico.
What is it, George?
It's some sort of symbol carved into the stone. They must have found it when they excavated this tunnel.
It looks like forked lightning. I wonder what it means.
Beats me. It was beautifully carved. It'd look great in my apartment. The stone looked heavy. I certainly wasn't going to pick it up. My God! Bruno was right.
Oh, George! It's beautiful! Who could have built something like this?
More to the point, what's it for?
There's a bridge out to the center.
Let's go see.
George, look at that.
Some kind of column of energy.
Dragon power?
Look inside.
Looks like a stone of some sort.
Wow. Held in place for thousands of years. Whoa! What the hell? Nico, did you see that?
I did, George, but I don't believe it.
Bizarre.
It likes you, George.
At first glance, it looked like a column of plasma. But when I looked closer, it seemed there was something trapped inside. The surface looked dangerous. A column of energy with something inside it.
George, what just happened? It was solid a moment ago.
I don't know. It's weird.
What did you take?
Just looks like a flat slab of rock with some kind of symbol like an omega on it.
So what's a slab of rock doing inside a column of strange power? And why couldn't I get it?
Beats me. Charisma?
Watch it, fella.
The stone had an omega symbol on its surface. What the heck was that? What's going on? Those guys are terrified. It's only one man. Why are they running?
George, quickly. Someone is coming up in the elevator.
Oh no, it's Cesaro.
Got his girlfriend too.
Nico, we don't have time to get past the elevator. Find somewhere to hide.
Stobbard, I have had enough of you and your meddling girlfriend.
That's a shame. Oh, by the way, I adored the show.
So glad you could come. Goodbye.
George, quickly. Someone is coming up in the elevator.
Oh no, it's Cesaro.
Got his girlfriend too.
Nico, we don't have time to get past the elevator. Find somewhere to hide.
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment. We shall see what happens next.
Hold it there, you two. Shall I kill them now?
Yes, they are becoming more than an irritation.
Wait!
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment. We shall see what happens next. Petra! There they are! Kill them!
Quick, George, this way!
I'm going to enjoy this.
Wait. We can talk.
Too late.
Wait!
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment. We shall see what happens next. Petra! There they are! Kill them!
Quick, George, this way!
Not fast enough, Lot.
Damn you!
George, I'll hold the doors to stop the elevator going back down. See if you can find another way of keeping the doors open.
I knew Harry wouldn't mind me using his bottle opener like this. Okay, Nico, you can let go.
Good thinking, George. George, where are you going? We have to get out of here.
Trust me, Nico, this way is safer. And I've got a friend waiting outside. So, where had Bruno disappeared to?
Mr. Stobbard, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
My apologies, but I must take the key from him.
George!
Quickly, mademoiselle. We must get him somewhere safe.
They managed to open it.
Did they take?
They took everything.
That is highly inconvenient. Now we must retrieve it.
How shall I find them?
Do not worry. I know where they will go next.
What about this place?
Not important. Our work is finished here.
This Stobbard. He has powers.
I know. It is disconcerting, but not a problem. Kill them for me, Petra. Both of them.
With pleasure.
He's coming round.
How can you tell?
No joking, please, Andre.
It was a big shock.
How do you think I felt when you brought him in here?
Ow!
Slowly, George.
I feel like somebody plugged me into the national grid.
You are one lucky bunny, George.
There's good news and bad news.
It usually is. Give me the good news first.
When you were attacked, you managed to steal something.
Mm-hmm. The bad news?
Your attacker stole the crystal artifact and got away.
That's not all the bad news, though, is it?
Oh, don't be silly, George. Andre and I are just good friends.
Very good friends.
Now, you don't change.
Nor you.
We don't need this, Andre. This is what you grabbed when you fell.
Weird. Have you worked out the markings?
They are quite baffling us.
We should pool our knowledge.
You're right, Nico. Bruno, would you like to bring these guys up to speed?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, recap what you know.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, where shall I start?
Well, tell them about the dragon cult.
Ah, yes. The dragon cult was formed by Cecil after death of Grand Master at St. Ninians. He pulled together remnants of Neo-Templars and made them into his own organization.
Sounds like he should be thanking you, not trying to kill you.
He continues the work started by Grand Master, using what they call dragon energy for his own purposes.
This power is about to peak.
It runs in cycles, each 12,000 years long. The current cycle is reaching its zenith. Cecil knows where is the Temple of the Dragon. It contains the means to enhance the power build-up, an extraordinary device known as the armillary.
What have you discovered, Andre?
It seems that Suzaro's utilizing the secrets of the Voynich manuscript.
But Vernon had only worked out part of it before he was killed.
He did find out that the Key of Solomon is somehow crucial to Suzaro's plan.
What's the Key of Solomon?
It's an ancient book that's reputed to hold the wisdom of Solomon.
Ah, this is a falsehood. It is an ancient stone device encrusted with crystals.
Uh-oh.
That's the thing we took from the safe. It must have been one of Cesaro's men who stole it back.
Or a different group entirely.
But who?
Who knows? These people don't like appearing in the history books.
What's the purpose of the Key of Solomon?
Remember, I told you about the Temple of the Dragon?
The main power source.
There is a machine there. They call it the armillary. Once it is running, the key is used to create a huge burst of dragon power.
If Suzaro's got the artillery running, why hasn't he used the key already? Why keep it in a safe in Paris?
Because you have to use the key at precisely the right moment. There is just a tiny door of opportunity.
You mean window?
A window? Not a door?
I know, it makes no sense.
Okay. The window lasts just a few days. Cesaro is waiting for that window.
What are your thoughts, Nico?
I keep thinking about the diagram. Is it a convergence of ley lines?
It's possible, but I have never seen one like it.
This could be how Cesaro found the location of the temple.
But yes, you are right.
This stone we found at the theater.
Yes.
I've seen this exact symbol before.
My dear George, it is a Greek omega symbol. You're bound to have seen it before.
No, I mean this exact same style.
Of course. The Congo.
That's right, in the caves.
The slot in the wall.
Exactly. We got a lot of clues, but I think we've still got a way to go. The only solid lead we've got is the artifact and the jungle cave.
I think I know where this is heading.
You're right. The Congo.
Oh, I wanted to give the Jeep back, but I couldn't find no one to give it back to. So, I set up my own taxi company, just to keep busy, like.
Lucky we found you.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yep. You wouldn't get any of the locals driving up here. I'll stay here. Keep an eye open.
Turn the meter off, okay?
Ha! Very funny.
I tried to get out of here last time, but it was impossible. Now I can see why. The last person to lock this was probably Cesaro.
Any luck?
Nope. I can't get the rod into the gap between the doors. Nico, try pulling on the doors, would you? Pull, Nico, pull.
Good thinking, George. Not very subtle, but it worked.
Hey, lady, settle costs extra.
Hey! Did you feel that?
Some kind of earth tremor, I think. Look at the symbols.
The whole thing is shaped like a giant omega.
It's amazing. How old is this? The stone is the same shape as the slot. It must have been designed to fit. Hey, Nico! I think this is some kind of key.
Something's happening.
Weird, huh? A piece of stone from Paris opens a secret door in the Congo.
You know, this place was built to guard something.
We better watch out for traps then. Look, Nico.
Just what I need. Another dead guy.
But how did he get in? We have the only key to the place.
Through the roof, I guess.
Well, that'll teach him to drop in uninvited.
George, wait!
Thanks, Nico. That was a close call. I'm gonna look around, try and find another way across.
Okay, but be more careful.
Whoa!
That was a big one.
Phew! That was close. Another corpse. Oh, this is making my stomach turn. There's a cloth with some kind of emblem on it. Wait! There's something inside it! I carefully unwrapped the cloth. It was a scarf embroidered with a coat of arms. Wrapped inside the scarf was a metal plate. It was decorated with a lightning symbol. I'd found the metal plate on the corpse. It had a lightning symbol embossed on it. A pair of cogs stuck out from a hole in the wall. Come on, Nico! It should be safe to cross now!
You'd better be right, George!
Hurry, will ya? Can't hold it much longer!
George?
Nico?
Yes, George?
The spikes must have been a surprise.
I do hope he hadn't come far. Wow!
Well, that's clearly the way out.
And these are clearly not ordinary floor tiles.
Gotta be real careful from here on in. No! I know this sounds crazy, but I need you to stand on those tiles for me.
Sure, George.
Can you stand on the fish stone, please? Hey, Nico. Can you stand on the scorpion stone, please? Can you stand on the snake stone, please? Can you stand on the bird stone, please? Hey, Nico! There aren't any pressure pads at this end. I'll go on ahead and see if I can find a way to get you through.
Okay, George. I'll be here.
There was a way out at the far end of the corridor, but there wasn't much floor left. The crystals in the rock gave off an eerie blue light. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. The slab was held up at one end by stone blocks. No way was I doing that. Ow! The crystals emanated a soft blue light. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. The crystals in the rock gave off an eerie blue light. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. The crystals emanated a soft blue light. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. A huge crystal pointed toward the next chamber. At the other end, 4 smaller crystals were set inside cylindrical hollows. This one wasn't going to move anywhere. The device was clearly based on some kind of extraordinary technology. It must have been thousands of years old. There were 4 small protrusions at one end and 3 circular hollows at the other. The device appeared to be some sort of control console. There was a large circular dial and a panel standing proud of the surface. Cool! The dial caused the central ring to rotate, which redirected the energy beam. Fantastic! The machinery floated across the floor as if it weighed no more than a feather. Hey! It worked! The second piece moved into place perfectly. I held my breath as the final piece glided into place. Excellent. It was a touch-sensitive panel. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Above the exit was a lightning symbol, just like the one in Paris. At the top of the pole was a large crystal, one side of which was flat and reflective. The energy beam was reflecting off the flat side of the crystal. Grasping the ring at the bottom of the pole, I was able to turn the crystal through 90-degree increments. Rotating the crystal deflected the energy beam on towards the next crystal. A rock shelf above had collapsed, dropping one of the ancient machines down to this level. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Hey, Nico. It was a touch-sensitive pattern. It was a touch-sensitive pattern. Hey, Nico. These crystals can be used to redirect the beams of Earth energy.
You know, a week ago, I wouldn't have believed any of this.
Well, that makes two of us. Operating a panel causes one side of the symbol over there to light up. Each panel corresponds to a different side of the symbol.
What if we operated both at the same time?
It's worth a shot. Okay, Nico. Ready? 3, 2, 1, now! You know, on our day, we're pretty damn good, Nico.
Unbeatable, George. God, this is getting serious.
We're gonna have to move fast, or this whole place will come down.
I can feel the power, George.
We must be close now.
Through there, you think?
Yep. Nico, I want you to know, if anything happens to me,
Yes.
you can have my Tintin collection.
Thanks, George. I'm so touched.
I can't see any way of opening this. It just wouldn't budge. The panel has a slight recess. See the lightning symbol? You know the metal plate I got off Mr. Spiky back there? It had the same symbol. I think it worked. Damn! The plate seems to fit, but then it just pops out. The plate was still warm, Touching it doesn't work. Sure feels good, though. I think it worked. Well, I can't hold the plate and get through the door at the same time. Nico?
Yes, George?
Hey, Nico, take this scarf. You can use it to hold the metal plate over that panel.
And what will you do?
I'll go through the door and check it out.
There you go, George. Hurry!
It was amazing. Just like the power site back in Paris. There was a column of energy, and there, again, a stone held in its beam. I wondered if this was also a key like the Omega Stone. The alphabet stone had an alpha symbol on its surface.
What happened?
It was like Paris, but without the bloodshed.
Yeah?
I got another stone. Guess what? It's got a symbol. An alpha.
Stop right there, Stobbard. And you.
Well, Nico, if it isn't your co-star from that little show in Paris.
Still giving the same performance, I see.
Maybe she's stalking you.
Shut up, both of you. And give me the key.
The key? Oh, I'm terrible with keys. You'll have to remind me. Which key was that again?
Don't play games, Stobbard. I know you've got it. You stole it from the safe.
Oh, the Key of Solomon.
Why didn't you say?
Give it to me.
We'd love to.
But...
We don't actually have the key here with us. We left it back home.
So, you haven't got it.
no.
That is a shame. A big shame.
Yep. Real sorry you've had to come all this way for nothing.
Oh, it's not a wasted journey.
Oh, good.
I was going to kill you anyway.
Come on, George! Let's get out of here! Come on, George! Let's get out of here!
That was close.
You can say that again. Come on, George. We have to move fast. George, let's get out of here!
That was close.
You can say that again. Come on, George. We have to move fast.
Harry! Let's go!
Where to?
Grand Central. Where the hell do you think?
Just get us out of here!
Anyway, now you're back, George. I'd appreciate a little business advice.
And the look on your face when the spike shot out.
See what happens when you leave Andre on his own for 5 minutes?
Nico, I'm sorry,
Andre, what happened?
Some guys, they turned the place over.
But why?
They wanted the key of Solomon. We said we didn't have it.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, it's just a couple of scratches, Andre. He'll get over it. But where's Bruno?
They took him.
And you let them?
Now listen here, George. I passed out.
Huh. Chickened out, more like.
What's he doing here?
When I came round, he was just here. He's been on the phone ever since.
Who is he, anyway?
He's a pig, that's who he is. A cretin. An idiot. A smooth-faced, wooden-headed...
Ah, the cop who locked you up. I have to hand it to him. He must have guts.
And just what does that mean?
So, tell us about the fellas who beat you up, Andre.
One of them was a real gorilla. Flap, I think they called him.
Flap?
Cesaro's men. You've got a nerve.
That is one of the requirements of the job, mademoiselle.
I should kick you out.
If you wish.
2 days you kept me in the cells.
So I'm told.
You mean you didn't know?
I was reassigned to another case.
So, why are you here now?
Mademoiselle Collard's file was stolen from my desk. I thought she might be in danger.
So, whoever did this has a contact in the police?
More than one. You remember the red sports car, mademoiselle? All information regarding it has suddenly become classified.
Cesaro has powerful friends, then.
Cesaro?
He's, a powerful man.
A recluse.
A cult leader. I wrote an article about him once. He seems to have it in for me.
He certainly has influential contacts. A man answering the description of your Monsieur Ostwald was slipped through customs at the airport just hours ago. Even though he was clearly drugged, officials were told to turn a blind eye.
Where were they headed?
They boarded a flight to Prague.
What on earth would Cesaro be doing in Eastern Europe?
It is clear there is some kind of conspiracy. Not just in my department, but across the whole force. Perhaps the whole country. If mademoiselle will permit, I would like to offer my assistance. That is very kind of you, Inspector. No, it is not kindness. It is my duty.
Maybe you can check out your databases for Cesaro. Location, history, stuff like that?
Very well. I shall get onto it right away. Why didn't you tell him what's really going on?
And create more suspicion for ourselves? I don't think so.
This way, he thinks he's helping. What now?
What if it's those thugs?
I don't think they'd knock, Andre.
Beatrice. Bonjour, mademoiselle. I hope you don't mind. I got your address. I need to talk.
Of course. Come in.
Who's this gorgeous creature, George?
Who dug her up, you mean?
What?
Oh, nothing. You've never met her?
Never had the pleasure.
Let me introduce you. This is George, and this is Andre.
Very pleased to meet you.
Hi.
George is American.
Wow! Roswell? Kennedy? The moon landings?
You got it. 3 of our greatest hits.
This is Beatrice. She's Vernon's, she was a friend of Vernon.
Have you any more news? Do you know who?
He was killed by a woman called Petra. She was working for some kind of secret group.
White supremacist, huh?
Worse, megalomaniacs.
They sound scary.
There's just one, really. A man called Cesaro. He controls a group that used to be known as the Neo-Templars.
Vernon used to talk about the Templars. Who were they?
They were founded in the Holy Land over 800 years ago, set up to protect Christian pilgrims from the Muslim armies. They grew in wealth and numbers to the point where even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. The last Grand Master was burned alive in 1314.
But you think they're still out there?
Different groups, yes.
And they killed my little Snooky.
They did?
We don't know it was the Templars who did this.
They might try and kill us all.
They attacked me. Look, you can see.
Oh, you poor man. But you fought them off. You are alive. You must be so brave.
Foolhardy, perhaps.
How about just plain fool?
You're right, Beatrice. We're no longer safe here.
I've moved into Vernon's old flat. You could stay with me.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hold on. We need to do something about Bruno.
How? All we know is that he was taken to Prague.
Then we should find out where in Prague he's been taken.
And just how do we do that?
Remember the office back in the theater?
The one with the trigger-happy goon?
There was obviously stuff in there worth defending.
You think there could be a clue?
Worth a try. I'll go. You shift our gear over to Beatrice's place.
I'll help.
And book us some tickets to Prague.
Why should I do that?
You're the one with the money, George. Before we go anywhere, Beatrice, there's a message on the DVD I think you should see. The door led down to the lower levels. It wasn't closed last time. The door was locked. I wondered what they were hiding down below. It was the hole in the floor made by the safe on its way through. George's trail of destruction was easy to follow. As the door was locked, I realized this was my only way down. Here goes! The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything. The door had nothing remarkable about it. The briefcase was full of papers. Somebody had been making a quick getaway. What could be so terrifying it had made them just run away? And who was the figure in the cloak? I rifled through the briefcase, but there were just papers to do with the theatre. Nothing pointed to Cesaro's dealings in Prague.
It's no use struggling. That just makes it worse.
Please, no!
This gets the job done. It's no use struggling. That just makes it worse.
Take that!
Not again!
This should keep you out of my way. Good job I had the scarf on me. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? It was some kind of security report for a private residence. Unfortunately, the report didn't include the address. Prague was certainly mentioned, but the actual location could have been anywhere. Tucked into the last pages was a photograph of a large castle. There was a dragon symbol on the back. There couldn't be too many castles like this in Prague. I had found enough to track down Cesaro.